Okay, we're gonna try this again. I tried it yesterday and my phone gave me a bunch of fits, so it didn't work out. So here we are again, and there's the babies. They're exiled. The little girl has cried so much that she's hoarse. Here. What's wrong? What's wrong, baby? Yes, she's hoarse. This dog is making me crazy. Oh, Ava, cut it out. All the animals are interested in what I'm doing. She'll end up down there with me. And that silly dog, she always ends up down there. I kind of shortened her range just a little bit, so maybe she won't torment me so bad. Yeah, there she is. She knows what's going on. She says, I know what you're doing. I'm going to go down here too. But like I said, I shortened her range a little bit, so maybe she can't get to me. We'll see. Anyway, I'll get things set up and I'll show you the milker setup. Okay, I have soapy water with a little bit of bleach added to wash the udders off. I have an empty, clean spare for once I take the milker off to make sure, to get whatever's left that, in case they've still got some milk, and so I don't have to put the milker back on. Then, I don't know exactly what the technical term for these are, but I call them udder cups or teat cups. These go on the teats. You have to build up suction, and they've got the tubes. You can shut off the milk supply if you need to, so you can take them off. Then you got this, I don't know, it's pretty close to a gallon. I don't know, it's probably in liters, so anyway, pot. It's got the milk in and the vacuum in, and then it comes with this cool little pump. It's battery operated, rechargeable. I'll turn it on so you can hear it. Anyway, it works. It's worked real well. It doesn't seem to milk them out all the way. It seems like either they hold back or I'm just not patient enough, and I don't want to cause them to over pressurize or do too much vacuum to their udder, so maybe I could just give up too soon. I don't know. So I usually do milk them out a little bit more. Well, I'm going to go get the girls, and then I'll bring you back and show you how to hook them up. Okay, this is Mama, the one with the horns. Anyway, I put them in here. I built this right here. I tie it up at the top, and that way she can't pull her head out. And then I have this rope. And that little knot right there, and the way I'll show you how this works. I slide it on her foot, and then I slide it up, but it will only go to the knot. And that keeps from getting too tight and cutting off the circulation on her foot. But I pull her foot back so she can't kick the bucket or kick me or anything. And I just use old stained dish towels that I have, because it doesn't hurt if they're stained. But I dip it in there, and then I clean off her udder. Make sure that's out of her way so she can't knock it over. Yeah, see, she's a kicker. Clean off her udder. Really good. Then kind of dry it off a little bit so it doesn't have that bleach smell. Would you cut it out? She is just carrying on. Let me tighten up her foot a little bit. It's too loose. Okay, then you turn this thing on. It takes a minute for it to build up suction. What you got to do is get it right there. center the teat up, stick it straight up on there, and we'll set this down so I can do the other one. Okay, you know you can let go when it starts doing this. See how it pulsates? That's when you know you can let go. And you kind of massage the teats a little bit so that the milk flows. Usually I milk out a little bit first, and I forgot to do that this time. So we'll just live with it. But you see, milks are flowing. It's a wonderful thing. It saves my hands. These old 60-year-old hands ain't what they used to be. And these itty bitty teats that these goats have make it even harder. Anyway, I let it go, and periodically when the milk slows down, I'll turn this down and then just let it pulsate 2 or 3 times, so it's not really pulling suction on it, but kind of encourages to get more milk, and then I'll turn it back up again. I don't know if that's the way I'm supposed to do it. If anybody's familiar with these things and I'm doing it wrong, let me know, because I've never done this before. This is my first milker I've ever had. I always used to have, oh man, I milked her out pretty quick. She's still got a little ways to go though. I used to have like Alpines and Saanens and even a Nubian mix, and anyway, bigger milk goats, and they had this little girl's teat's only about, well, it's stretched out to there now, but normally it's only about that long, which barely can get 2 fingers on. Whereas the mother milk goats, you could get pretty much like a cow. You could get most of your fingers on there. And anyway, so I had to do something. I couldn't continue to hand milk these goats. Anyway, I'll show you how much we get when we get done. Oh, let me show you Babe. Hey, Babe. Hey, Babe. She's next. Yeah. Yep, you're next, aren't you? So what is that? And yeah, you see Ava, she used to come right down here and torment these goats, but I like I said, I shortened her range a little bit, so she can't get all the way down here now. Can't forget to show you Frank. Yeah, Frank's gotten put down here. He's in this pen now. Yesterday, the reason I didn't get to show you the milking was because I had the babies in there, that's right here next to this milking area. And I brought the girls up here to milk them. Scoot over there. Brought the girls up here to milk them, and everything went fine until I went to take them back down, because they go way down there to that, where that shelter's at. That's what's pinned in, and you see it's just stranded fence. Just stranded. It's not like netting or anything. So and because the babies were right here, and they didn't want to go back down there. I practically had to drag them down there, put them inside, and before I could get the fence turned back on, they were out. I ended up chasing goats for an hour and a half last night. So I was so frustrated I wasn't doing nothing else. So I tied the girls up. I just tied them up for the night. And then this morning I took the babies and put them up there where I was keeping Frank at, which is way over on the other side of the house, so they don't see them and maybe don't hear them as much. And I put Frank down here. They don't care about him. He's kind of a pistol anyway. So anyway, we'll move on. She's still milking. It's I kind of massage them, make sure they're flowing good. And as long as it's still flowing. What are you doing over here? What are you doing over here, huh? Yeah, you're gonna get hung up on that pole. Anyway, as long as the milk's still flowing, which it is, I'm gonna let it go, and when it looks like it's pretty much stopped, then I'll take them off and go ahead and try and hand milk whatever's left and see what's left. Okay, and I'm not sure exactly how to do this, but to break the suction, to get them off the milk port, I take that loose, and that breaks the suction. Then I put it back on and drain the rest of the milk out of the line. Then I go ahead and see if there's anything left, which there usually is. I don't want to use that to suck them completely dry, because if I do, it's going to probably damage their teeth. See, I mean, there's just not much in the way of teeth there to hang on to. Anyway, so I'm going to get off here. So this is how it works. And then when I get done milking, then I wash the udder again. And then I usually spray the teats, the tips of the teats, with this Blue Coat stuff, especially her. She's got a little bit of a scratch on one of hers. She got into a briar, I guess. Look at you. What are you doing? You got a rope, got stinking baling twine on you. Anyway, but I usually spray their teats, and then I put a little bag balm on them to kind of keep them from getting too chapped up and stuff. So that's how we're doing it. If anybody knows anything I'm doing wrong or can tell me what to do better, I appreciate it. I'm Jo, and this is my new Tennessee home.